Hey guys, what is going on? I'm TrickyMist and welcome back. Today we're on Craft Champions and we are trying to get our first diamond weapon. Now we did get Fire Strike, which does 200 damage upon explosion and applies 250 stacks of fire damage. Now this is really great for starting out just because it just does so much damage, and it also applies that damage over time with the fire stacks, meaning that they cannot regenerate health anytime soon. Now, I will be honest, I did do the run before I added in the audio, so it's I probably should have done the recording of like the audio and stuff, like me talking as I was doing the run, but I was just so hyper focused in on trying to get our first weapon that I just completely blanked on that. But anyways, we went for speed on the second area, and you guys can already tell that it's going to be a great run. We are just demolishing everything nice and fast. We are just trying to get everything cleared, and it just seems like it's going well so far. Now, if you guys don't know, I've been trying to get the diamond rank weapons for a very long time, at least 2 weeks of just non-stop fails. So this was just a glimmer of hope with just the current loadouts that we had. Now we did get supercharged Ring of Reloading, or I think the last one was Rapid Fire. So we went with Ring of Reloading just because it's like a split second of reloading time. And it's always great to have that. At some point I do want to get supercharged just because we'll just be basically turning in the auto shotgun into a minigun at some point in time. But that's for a different time in the video to be talking about that. Anyways, we have some annoying blue shielded pumpkins. Now, I was a bit curious of what happened to the other one that was super far away, but apparently he just vanished. It's like a little magic trick. I would typically go with Hotshot, but out of all the runs that I've done, Hotshot has always kind of let me down. It's let me down in so many ways that it's just ridiculous. Just because it increases your incoming damage by 20%, but also gives you 12% crits. So I mean, does it really pay off? Kinda, but not really. It's not the greatest if you're trying to do like anything difficult in the game, so. But I was struggling. I was struggling with that sniper. The sniper was gonna do so much damage. I think we got hit once by it and we took about 50 damage. But overall we do have the early game like DPS wise, and that's kind of why we went with this elite stage, just because we are going to be melting these bosses. Now just watch the HP. I think one of them already died. I'm pretty sure one of them already died, and well, bam, the other one died too. I think that was only like 15 seconds. So we went with split shot just for a little bit more damage wise. And if you guys can watch this HP on the nest, it's already gone. It's just like that. It's almost like a little less than 2 clips. But most of the damage came from the fire strike and the actual shots. Even though the shots aren't really doing that much. It's like 4 damage per shot, like per pellet, I guess. I think we shoot about like 6 or like anywhere from 5 to 6 pellets. But either way, that is still a lot of damage. Oh, hey, Gatsby. My cat has come to visit me. But I think as we go along, I might actually try and stream this so we at least have the VOD for it. Oh, God. Gatsby, stop. Go down. Yeah. The cat was trying to claw me up. But yeah, no, right now we're just trying to see if we can get anything good. And to be honest, I don't know why I did this. See, you guys will see the mistake right here. So I dropped, I want to say one of the perks. Yeah, Danger Close. I dropped that and I bought Ice Shot. Now, if you guys don't know, if you have fire stacks and ice, They literally cancel each other out and they don't do any damage whatsoever. And that's kind of why I was a bit confused why I did it. Because since all the stacks disappear, it just deletes it right off the enemy and it doesn't actually do the damage that it was supposed to. And during this boss fight, I realized that, so I immediately dropped it right after it. It was just kind of dumb of me. Really, really dumb. Right here, you guys will see. I basically fixed it. But yeah, here we go. Dropped that, and we went with damage shot for the 150% increased damage. And now we're on to the ice biome. The ice biome is probably one of my favorite biomes. If I had to like rate each biome, I would go ice, water, probably desert, and then lava. Lava is the worst by far. But right here, I was just taking full advantage of the fire strike. Now, I want to say I might have the name wrong. It's like Firestorm, Fire Strike. I'm pretty sure it's Fire Strike. But I was just taking full advantage of it. I was backing away, just running around the whole map without like any worries and just trying to have it trigger. There is like a 5-second cooldown, so if you see me just running around, I'm just waiting for that 5-second cooldown to go away, and then we can just pop it out and get a little bit more damage out. Right there we went with Meg Shot. Meg Shot increases your damage output with every shot increased by 2%. As long as you're just continuing to fire. But I think once you stop firing, it goes back down to 0. But since we weren't really building a like minigun build, like where it's just like infinitely going on like over and over again, it wasn't really the thing that I was going for. So it was just kind of, I don't know. It was just something for me to like get a little bit of like maybe 10% damage increase. But yeah, so far there isn't really anything. And when I seen Time Bolt, I was like, oh my god, maybe. But I was kind of hoping for Time Shot. Let's see, anything good? I think right there I was trying to like look for the totems because there's like some really good ones, like the pure yellow one, which is just fuse, but I don't think I really seen it that often. But there isn't like, there's so much to unpack with like the gameplay. Like right here we took a big chance. Let's see, you guys see me go for this green thing? We doubled it, we lost it, and then we lost it again. So basically we lost 50% of our HP. We basically doubled, lost, and went back to where we started, and then back down to how we started the run. Which I don't know why I pulled it the 2 other times. I should have just stopped at 1. But I mean, if you really think about it, the whole gambling aspect of like 90% of the players stop right before they hit the big jackpot. I was not going to be one of them in this run. I was trying to go for the big jackpot, trying to get all 3. But yeah. Either way, we are still taking full advantage of the fire strike. I was trying to group them up so we can get like the stacks of damage going on, but it wasn't really working. It was not working. And we got a bunch of gambling totems and a crystal totem. I don't think I really did much with the crystal totems this time around. Usually I try to mess with it, but this time around I wasn't really going for it. And man, oh man, I love these red crystals. It's a free item. Sometimes it can be an upgrade source. Other times it can just be garbage. And right now we're just kind of doing a little detour. I'm trying to pull up all the armor pieces from the nests. So if I destroy one nest, it should basically destroy them all. But as you guys can see there, the ones in the back weren't close enough to the ones in the front, so I just made it nearly impossible for that to really take them all out. But either way, it just took one nest to do the explosion damage, and then it basically was there. And I did not try to grab rig totems. I was trying to grab driller there. For some reason, the game's like, nope, you can have this one. But it's not too bad. And I will say it is something different just rewatching the actual like gameplay from like start to finish. Right there, I was a bit worried about that blue shield just because I kept missing, but we managed to pull it off and we were able to successfully, oh man, I just can't talk, successfully get rid of him without taking much shots from him. And right there, we cleared Island 14. Only 10 minutes into the run. It's going a little bit slower than what I was hoping for. And right here, we went with Fire Starter to increase our fire strength. And I think what I was mainly just trying to go for was upgrades, and I also did increase my HP rate here. It wasn't by much, but I definitely went with a more safer build. So if you guys don't know what build I was trying to go for this entire run, was stuff that can automatically stack up fire stacks and HP. So basically a full-on tank that kind of was just like throwing out like a flamethrower, but minus the flamethrower weapon. So right there we are on our last boss, and what bam, we have cleared Island 16. See, ooh, we got supercharged. This is definitely going to increase our fire rate by 75%. And yes, we are finally in the desert. We got a free item, and it looks like we got some sniper crabs. They're one of my least favorite just because they do so much damage. If you have low HP, they're not your most favorite enemy. At least they're not mine. They're always the ones that take me out half the time. Those and the lightning crabs and those lightning and flame skulls. Those are like my nemesis. I just cannot deal with them. Cannot deal with them whatsoever. Right there we got some crystals, and we went with FMJ for our perk. Just in case there's enemies with armor later on. And we are about to get our very first elemental. Technically, we already got one elemental before, but it was Ice Shot, and it just kind of went against the whole idea. But it shouldn't be too bad. I think typically getting to the boss wave at like 30 minutes in is always something neat. Like, it's always like a decent amount of time to actually get there. Right there, we shot the pillar just to make sure that we got all the 2 ants in the skull. Get the 250 stacks. And we are just going with items that would actually increase our overall damage when they have fire stacks. Right there, we got oil cannons, so we do increase damage if they have that debuff on them. I think it goes up by 25%. So our shots are going to be doing slightly more damage. And right here, you guys can kind of watch on how fast we can melt this scorpion. He dies really quick. And we only have 2 more enemies left. Let's go ahead and clear them up. Man, that fire thing is just so strong. Right here, we went with Driller just because I want some free items without any worries. We are chancing it with explosive enemies and homing barrows. We even got the big crystal thing. They usually don't really spawn too often, and right here we went for the fused item. Got big hearts. It's always good to get more and more big hearts. It basically doubles the effect of the plain hearts. And right here, we didn't really have to do too much. We just had to run around in circles and just wait for our cooldown, shoot around them, and then let the fire stacks take them out. Too bad we don't really have the hot steam. Hot steam definitely would have made the run just this little bit quicker than what it was. but I guess the RNG was just not with us. But as you guys can see already, we are just doing a phenomenal job. We cleared the area. Got big mags. This is just gonna increase our ammo capacity. Damage combo. I honestly looked at the combo that we're at right now. It was at 4, and I believe it goes up by 15%, so that was a easy 60% increase of damage. At least for the time. And we went with Arcane Shot, just because for some reason Arcane just does so much damage if you're like trying to stack it up. It's like a very overpowered like poison in a sense. Right here I did not want to use the Fire Strike just to break it, so we just used the grenade to activate it. And we got rid of the scorpions almost immediately. They were like the first things down. Next thing up was our fire crab. Fire crab's gonna go down again just because he tried to respawn. What a meanie. And it looks like we were just aiming for the crabs. We're just ignoring all the little fries, the small fries. And now we are gonna focus all in on the crystals. You know, I don't think I've ever really ran crystal fertilizer. I feel like it would be a good perk, but I just never really went for it. If you guys don't know what it does, it drops the like little green things that you guys see at the shop in the garden there from destructibles. So like cactuses, crystals, rocks, stuff like that. I've just never really ran with it. I honestly don't really know why I've never like gone for it, but who knows? Maybe there's a reason. It looks like we got the launcher crab trying to approach us, and we take him out. We have 2 launcher crabs coming up. We took out the skull. Crab is down, and now we just have the 2 ants. 2 fire ants on top of that. That should clear the wave. Maybe, yep, right here. Island 22 down. Ooh, man, we actually got a legendary bomb explosion. Now this is gonna make our grenades so much stronger. And it's gonna be so great. Time to go off to the shop. Wait, we almost missed the crystal. Let's see. Might as well just destroy these crystals just to get a little more items and some more spending cash. Ooh, got 375 out of that. There wasn't really anything too good. Ooh, man, time shot. We need time shot so bad. We need that. This is like my favorite thing ever, just because every single upgrade for time shot basically doubles the amount of damage that you deal over time. And it can be extremely strong late game. So I definitely wanted to get more, like a lot of it. If you guys didn't see what that legendary was that I kept skipping over, it was Ice Storm, and it was going to kind of conflict with my whole damage build, or the fire build that we were going with. So I didn't really want to risk it. We also got rid of Meg Shot there, just because we're not constantly like shooting a lot of bullets, so it wasn't really going to do much for us. And we got more magazine size. Let's go. So we got the green slug, and we are shooting so fast. Oh my god. Slug is down in 3 clips, and we got the fire crab. Fire crab is one of the more annoying ones. Since we're just doing like fire damage, it's not really doing that much to him, so it kind of makes sense. He's a little more resilient to it, but we still took him down in a fair amount of time. Right here we went with Gemstone. Gemstone is just going to increase our damage overall. Goes up by 4% per island, and we're on island 25. That means that we still have at least 40 islands to go, so that's 160% increase of damage. And it looks like we are slowly getting overrun. or I thought maybe I could like hold the line, but I just did not do that much damage. I don't do enough damage to hold the line to stop them from coming in. Maybe if we're on like round 80 or like island 80 or something like that, we'd probably be unstoppable. But but yeah. And look at that, we got another time shot. Let's go. And right here, I was kind of hoping to get more and more time shots. That's kind of why I went with the whole damage idea. And right now I'm just doing the spraying and praying method, hoping that we would get something. And there we go. Getting that early damage on as soon as they spawn in. And using that slow-mo time to our advantage. So we're just focusing the skulls just because they can be slightly annoying. And we got one more skull left. Oh no, 2 skulls left. I guess one of them must have respawned. And all that is left now is just the tiny little crabs. We're just kind of waiting for them to come to us. There's one, and then just the last one right there. You know, actually, something that would have made the run a lot more smoother is if I had that, I think it's called, like, Fortitude. Fortitude would have been nice. Increase your max HP, 25 max HP upon clearing islands. That would have been so sweet. But it's like I just hardly ever see that. I, like, never see it anymore. And it looks like it's going pretty smooth. I'm just kind of waiting for the skulls to pop up. Oh no, I guess we didn't get any skulls. I guess we got kind of lucky there. And right here, I was thinking about getting targeting shot, but I was like, you know what, never mind. We'll just go with bigger boom. Bigger boom's never really done us wrong. Targeting shot just meant that I would actually have to spend some crystals, and I just didn't want to do that at the time. So we just didn't really go for it. Right here, we're just slowly getting overrun by the little crabs, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go over here. I'm gonna go see what my enemies are over here. It's the grenadier crabs. Fortunately, we take them out right away, and all that we really have left is the small fries. They are slowly coming in, and we got them. We got the duplication ring. To be honest, I don't really know why I grabbed it. With the way on how things are going, I don't think I was going to really be able to do much with the duplication ring. And right there, when I was looking at the portals, I was like, should I attempt it with demolition? But doing demolition on the lava maps can be really bad. There's like two islands, like 2 island types that are just terrible for that, and I just did not want to risk it. Let's see, we have a minigun crab. Minigun crab's kind of messing me up. Luckily, we have a lot of HP, and he is the last one alive, so we're just gonna hard focus him. Never mind, he is not the last one alive. I guess they spawned in some small crabs. And we are going to go with oil can, increasing our damage ever so more. Right here, we took off the shield right away. Did not want to deal with that guy. And we are just going to hard focus the skulls. Basically just trying to clear off the one side so we have a way to just kind of camp. But I was getting overrun here, so I just had to go. That poison crab was gonna mess me up so badly. I was losing so much HP. We went from 1300 down to 400, and this time I was just running around. I was like, please no, we have such a god tier build, we just cannot lose this, please. We ran back through, almost took damage in that damage field, but luckily for us, we did not do that, or we didn't really take the damage. And we were able to dodge basically everything for the remainder of this island. Maybe. Nope. I lied about that. We took 51 damage right at the end. And as soon as I seen Time Shot, I just did not even need to look at the other ones, just because Time Shot is just going to be so strong. Loot Totem, we tried it once, didn't really get anything, so we just sold that. Spike Strike, I thought about it, didn't really want to go for it. Ring of Defense is probably what kind of made this run a little more possible, just because I will admit I get hit quite a bit in these kinds of runs, so I just wanted the extra safety of having less incoming damage. And yeah, we got another FMJ and we are going into the boss. We got 2 King Skulls. Now just watch the HP just get melted. We have so much damage over time on them. I want to say like the Time Shot maybe does like a 3-second span time, or is it 2 seconds? I'm not too sure about that. Not entirely too sure. But we almost have 1 dead. It's about to die here in a second. And we're just down to the last one. Still playing it safe. We only have 341 HP. Trying to hug the edges as much as possible. And hope that we can get the boss dead before he demolishes us. But right there, we ended up getting rid of him. Now, something that I do all the time is make sure that I don't go around and pick up all the keys. I just hit L as soon as I grab these 2 chests, just because it's an automatic key pickup. I was thinking about like the grenade mods or the square shot, but we ended up going with Fire Strike. And now it doubles, so the explosion damage now does 400 damage, and the stacks is 500 stacks. Now this is turning out to be a very, very strong fire build. And to think, so far we don't even have fire shot. We don't even have fire shot on the weapon. We do have arcane shot, so I think that's like the only element that we have on right now. Right now it's going fairly good. We're down to 2 ants. 1 more ant. It's about to go down right here. Island 33 cleared. Yep, so we're just checking it out. 400 explosion damage and 500 fire stacks. And basically the only time that we'll do like the challenges and stuff is if it's anything but one shot. One shot, I need like shockwave or something to kind of counteract it. But even then, it's really risky, just because most of the time in the diamond runs, they have the blue shields, and the blue shields is kind of like it depends on the enemy. If it's like a skull, there's no way, no shot, because I could rip off the shield and then they could shoot me as I'm doing it and I'm dead. So it's kind of like a 50-50 of if it's worth it or not. Right here, we are just finishing up the last of the enemies. We got like 3 left. We're just now hard focusing these guys, and whoop, bam. Island 34 down. Got 2 damage chests. Let's see. We got FMJ. We're going to grab that. And we didn't really get anything good, so we're going to go with Sonic Boom. Now, I don't really plan on using Sonic Boom, but I figured we might as well use it while we got it. And instead of going with the challenge mode, we went with the upgrade in the hopes of getting maybe one of the legendaries or just getting something that would kind of like increase the damage output. And it looks like we're already down to 2 enemies. Now we're just down to 1. The lightning ant. Let's see what we get. And we got bomb explosion or big mags. Obviously bomb explosion. Bomb explosion's so great. We got a secondary upgrade chest, but it's from the horde mode. Now right here, I was just trying to clear out as many enemies as possible, just because we have, I want to say we have checklists. Do we? I always kept forgetting. No. Huh. I guess maybe I was just trying to, oh, I know what I was trying to do. I have a money shot, I think. And we're getting money from just getting kills. That's what I was doing. I was like, wait a minute. I could have sworn we had something. We had something that we were trying to do. That's this one I was thinking maybe we could do flawless, but we managed to take damage like right about here. Yep. The grenadier crab knocked us off and now we can't do anything up there. Ah, man, I was having bad luck. I literally just stood still and they threw a grenade at me. There isn't really much for me to do about that one. I thought maybe I could like hard focus that one up on top from the bottom, but trying to destroy the ones at the top is nearly impossible. So we're gonna have to go up close and personal just to break them. Let's just go ahead and jump over there, doing a little bit of parkour action. And now we just have to sit up here with all the enemies and hope that they don't kill us. And that should be the island right about here. I thought for sure I destroyed that, but apparently not. And we are going to get lightning shot just to do a little bit more of AoE damage versus the other one. We do have rapid fire going on, so we're going to be doing a little bit faster than what we were doing for shots. And this one I'm not going to do too much of shooting just because the mirrored projectiles was going to kind of like play against me. And another thing to note is if you guys don't know, if they run into the water, they basically strip off all the stacks and they don't take any damage from any of the stacks that you have on them. So right here I was just trying to group them all up on the land and hope that they take enough damage from the fire stacks. And surely you guys can see the explosion enemies are dying like crazy. So it was definitely working in my favor right here. But other than that, we were kind of going with the slow game. I was just kind of waiting every few seconds, turning around, shooting backwards, and just kept continuing forwards, continuing the circle. Every so often we kept putting ourselves on fire, but that was more of my bad. Now we just only have a few more enemies, 2 more enemies to be precise. That should be the last one right here. And it is dead. Let's see what we get. We get 2 chests. Money shot, crystal dividends. We went with crystal dividends. Didn't really get crystal, so we decided to get money shot. Money shot is always good. Good early game, kind of bad late game. Eventually you do want to get crystal dividends for late game wise. But overall, still really good options. Reinforce is another really good option as well. It's every so often that we'll actually get an armor plate, and I might as well get like double the amount of armor plates versus just a single. So it definitely did play out in my favor. And we are going to be getting rid of... Let's see, what are we going to get rid of? No. I thought about it. I was like, do we get rid of Driller? I mean, we got a lot of things. We ended up getting rid of Sonic Boom just because we weren't really using it. And it was like only 20 damage if we were to actually be close enough within range to actually hit something. So it wasn't really my favorite. And we're getting up there in tens of thousands. The longer we shoot at it, the more damage it's gonna deal. So we got the pumpkin. I want to say we got the slug and a fire crab. Yes. Pumpkin, slug, and fire crab. Those are the 3 enemies. The fire crab was being so annoying. It was just bothering me while I was trying to hard focus this pumpkin. It just was not leaving me alone. And then we kind of focused a little more in on the slug. I looked over just for a split second just to see if the pumpkin was dead. Turns out he was. And now we're just going to focus in on the slug just because he is an easy target. Get a little shots on the fire crab. Basically I was just kind of alternating in between the two. I'm pretty sure the fire crab stayed up longer than the slug did. But overall, it's a pretty decent boss fight. Slug is down. Got one more enemy, the fire crab. Just like normal, they have a resistance to the actual fire damage, so it's going to take a little bit longer than normal to get rid of them. But right here is where they go down. I even had a melee out just in case if they actually came up to me. Right here I was debating between damage shot or checklist. We went with checklist just because that is a guaranteed damage increase. The other one is guaranteed, but I mean, we could probably get more than 150%. It's a possibility. And we are doing a decent amount of damage on this map. This is probably one of my more favorite maps because you could either sit in the beginning and clear the front enemies. The enemies that are spawned around the corner will eventually go down that other pathway to the left. Or you could push up and they'll actually meet you right there on the pathway, right where this chest is. Got time shot, didn't even need to look at the other ones. Let's try and get some HP. I'm kind of hoping to get like health shot or just like endurance or just something for healing, just because we don't have anything for healing wise. And it looks like we only got the fire slugs. I was kind of hoping for like a tougher enemy, but I mean fire slugs, I'm not going to complain about it just because they are an easy enemy to take out. And now we just got a few skulls left and we have a few slugs left as well. Get rid of those, and now we have 2 enemies left. And that one just explodes right on top of us. Did not really plan for that one to come. We went with big hearts. I was thinking about Grim Reaper, but that means that we would have to buy another slot, so we didn't do it. And I also did notice that there was a chest symbol off behind the portals. I honestly didn't even I didn't even realize it. Didn't even realize it during the actual like gameplay. It's a shame. I wonder what it would have been, because that was from the red crystal that we destroyed in the beginning. But I don't know. It just means that my self-awareness, I'll have to be a little bit better than what I was, just because I was not paying attention and that slug fell straight off. I think there's like an enemy somewhere on the side there. Oh yeah, right there. It fell off. We got 2 random chests. What are we gonna get? Fire aura. You know, actually, let's go with fire aura. Fire aura was something that was gonna kind of help out with the stacks in case they got too close to me. And we're gonna go with oil can, increasing that damage ever so slightly. We're gonna try and get some more time shots. So we just went with horde mode, and we're also gonna try and get some more checklist as well. And obviously, as you guys can see, I just do not deal that much damage, so it was almost like a bust right here. I was like, hold the line! Hold the line! And it just was not working. Was not working one bit. So we ended up just running away to the far end of the map, hoping that they won't get me. And luckily, we ran out of time before they could. Man, oh man, damage chest. We got time shot again. Let's go. What is that? That's at level 7 right now. So that's 700% for time shot. It's gonna do so much damage. It's absolutely ridiculous. It melts the elite guys so badly. And it basically turns this nearly pea shooter into like an almighty weapon, like a god tier weapon. There's still like a few more like perks and mods for the actual weapons to like make it all the way up there. Like one thing is like if I was going for like a crit build or something, but we didn't really get enough crit chests or anything like that. I think we only have one sharpshooter still. Ooh, lightning ring. Arcane shot. You know what? Let's go with the lightning ring. Lightning ring is going to be a big bonus for us. We're going to go for another damage chest. Hopefully we're going to get some time shots again. Time shots would be good for us right now. And man, oh man, they are spawning in a lot of skulls. I do not like how many skulls they're spawning in. It was getting crowded. It was getting so crowded in there. But we kept using the jump pad just because they kept kind of like bunching up in like a decent pattern. For some reason, I don't even know why the starfish stopped right there. I wonder if it like hit the skull and stopped and thought it was like hitting me or something. I'm not too sure. I kept missing that snail. I kept missing him over and over again. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna save you for last. And right there, I missed him again. I was just kind of waiting for his for my cooldown to go down, and obviously he is shielded as soon as he gets his shield ripped right off. And we got another time shot, so that is at level 8. Let's see, what is that? Ooh, fire explosion. We need that. Need that so bad. Luckily with the crystal dividends, we have a lot of crystals that we can actually spend on the shop. So we're gonna get reinforced. We got that at level 2. We got flammable enemies. We're definitely gonna get that. This is just going more and more on the idea of like applying fire stacks to like other enemies. And it's going to be so great. And right here we nearly healed up to full, just because all 3 circles are nearly on top of each other. And we went in for the elite battle. Got the 2 pumpkins, and right here I didn't have a dash, so I couldn't do that. And I will say this is probably like one of my worst boss battle fights. I was like trying, like I felt really confident and it just was not going for me. And then the boss had like an angle on me, so I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna jump down, hope that it works. And we were just taking so much damage, so many careless mistakes, but we were able to get rid of this pumpkin right here. He spawned it in quite a bit of enemies, but we got rid of it with the fire strike. And now we're just gonna hard focus his skull, just because the skull has the reach. The pumpkin really doesn't have the reach on me. He has to actually be somewhat close to you in order to really get it, and we just kept falling down. It was just a mess, an absolute mess. But now that it's only the pumpkin, we don't even have to worry about it too much. Right here we got lucky and actually made that jump, unlike all the other jumps. And we cleared Island 48. Now there's only 2 more biomes left. We have the desert biome, and then we also have, ooh, we got checklist. Let's take that. We also have the lava biome, and this right here, I don't think I've ever really seen this before. The big giant red crystal. Upon destroying it, it just spawns in all these other ones. And I thought it was a brilliant idea to spawn them all in at once. And, well, it spawned it in so many different variations of crabs, it was just chaotic. That, I was losing so much, I was going to lose so much HP here. It was just a mess, an absolute mess, but with all the stacks of fire that we got going on, it wasn't really too much of an issue for us. We had lightning crabs, fire crabs, sniper crabs. I think there's some grenadier crabs as well. Maybe a shotgun crab as well. I'm not too sure. Just because they're all like bunched up and it was really hard to tell which one, like which different variations it was. But it was just crazy. We're just down to the last 2 enemies. And it is gone. Got sharp shot. I wanted to get sharp shot just for the extra damage. I don't know how well it stacks up with the time shot. I don't know if it's like an additional damage or something, but who knows. Now we did get another sharp shot. Sharp shot is always good. Now we're at a 9% crit chance. Wait, is it 9%? Maybe it's 13% now. I forget if it's like 6% or 4%. But either way, it's either 9% or 13%. It's still really good. We do have a slug right there that we're going to rip off the shield from. And this one was not really so much of a mess. It was just kind of annoying just because they were extremely fast and they're all exploding enemies. So I was kind of hoping to kind of like line them up a little bit. Get that fire damage going again. And we're just down to the last one. Perfect. We got bigger boom. Of course, we'll take that. Let's see if we get lucky with these cactuses. And nope. No luck whatsoever. Went with big hearts. Or no, we checked it. Big hearts. And then we went with the heart right there. We got 875 from that. Currently putting us up at 4,901 HP. And it looks like that lightning thing is actually really paying off, but I don't think it's doing a lot of damage, even with that lightning ring that we got. The lightning ring was such a big score, but if we had more lightning shots, it'd probably be doing a lot more. Oh well. Can't be helped. And I kind of forgot that it was a horde mode right there, so I was just like hard focusing in, going like, oh my god, I have to do it. And we just kept going for more horde modes, trying to get the checklist up. And it was going pretty smooth. This one I was just kind of staying more on the one side. I eventually go left here. And I'm not really paying too much attention to where I'm actually landing, so I end up taking a few hits here and there. But other than that, it's not really too bad. I think right here we're about to get hit right there. Yep. Literally landed right on top of them too. We even got a free item over there. Let's go. What is it again? It is lightning shot. Perfect. That's at level 2. We're gonna go with driller. Free items is always the best. And you know what? Let's go with the relic chest. Relic chest is definitely something that I was trying to get, just because we had one more spot for it. I want to say I was hoping for like Tony's amulet or something. Increase the more like items that we could potentially get, or maybe the fully heal when entering the shop. That would have been really good as well. And I'm trying to think which ones we actually have and which ones we didn't, from all the ones that we collected. I wasn't really too sure. But we're about to take out the last one right here and see what we get. Value ring. You know what? Let's go with ring of value. It's guaranteed 75% off. We can get something for cheap. We got a fire skull along with an elite skull. Or no, a barrel skull. And a fire crab. Of course, the fire crab. Can never go wrong with the fire crab. I feel like the most common enemy to see in these like elite battles is like the fire variation of crab or skull. It's always like the most common one that I see all the time, and they're like run enders for me. It's kind of sad. It's just because that burn damage just does so much. Let's see. About to go down right about here. Right there. Perfect. Island 54 is down, and we're about to go into the shop. Let's see what we get over here. And we got chaotic shot. Nope, not gonna have that in our build. It's not gonna really do us any good. And let's go with supercharged. Got more HP. We got 1,000 HP off of that. Let's re-roll it. Got gold heart. Gold heart would be really good for us. We got so much crystals. It's ridiculous. Right here, we're basically just using everything that we could. We did get health shot right there, so that's good as well. I don't really know why I bought the gold armor. I think we're already maxed out on the armor plates, but oh well. We ended up buying all these upgrades right here. Big hearts, lightning shot, fire aura. One upgrade and then we're basically broke. That's all she wrote. Got a fire crab like normal. And what's the other two? Is it 2 fire skulls or is it like a barrel and fire skull? Surely one. Oh yeah. So basically the same enemies that we had for the elite stage. And this time we hard focused the fire crab just to get him out of here. He's about to go down right about here. Right about there, I mean. No, right there? No. Alright, there we go. He's gone. Don't even have to worry about him anymore. Now we're gonna get rid of the barrel skull. To be honest, I probably could have just focused the fire skull too. The barrel doesn't really do that much. He spawns like 2 barrels at a time. And with everything that we're doing, like for AoE damage, the barrels can't even get close to us. Yeah. Sure. Give me like 10 minutes. I'll be up there in like 10 minutes. Sorry about that. I was talking to my mom. Anyways, we picked up glue shot. And we are getting the key. We're trying to see what we get right here. I kind of want to get this big chest because it's more loot options. And let's see, let's go with the hearts. 1250 for HP. And now we're officially in the lava stage. The lava stage is so brutal, but with the current build that we have, it's going by so quick. We do so much damage and nothing can really survive it. Granted, we're taking some unnecessary hits, but we're also just only doing like 40% incoming damage for us. And it's working out really well. Now these are the last of the enemies coming in. Or at least I thought they were. The last enemy I think is on the other side, but after a while it just disappears. Didn't end up getting another time shot. And we ended up going with FMJ, increasing that up to level 6. And we're going for another elemental. I wonder which elemental we're gonna end up getting on this run. I'm hoping it's gonna be something good. Let's see. And this glue shot is so amazing. You can actually tell when it actually hits them because it's that purple glow that's sticking onto them. Now, I don't know if it was doing more damage or if it was doing less damage, but it was something just crazy ridiculous just because we demolished all those like special enemies right away. And as soon as I seen Hot Seam, I was like, oh yeah, we need that. Hot Seam is gonna make this build like unstoppable. Now, I don't think we have the damage to like hold the line here. So they slowly just came in and swept us, but still. We were just doing so much damage, it was crazy. That glue shot made the whole like damage wise so much like more possible than what it was. And there we go. Island 59 down. We're almost there. We have 3 more islands to go and then we'll be in the shop. We went with targeting shot since we have glue shot. And you know what? It's about time that we get... Oh no, never mind. I was like, maybe it's about time that we get all you can eat. But I guess it doesn't really matter since we have the Ring of Reloading. Ring of Reloading is so nice. Right here I was just kind of running through, just trying to get them all together, group them up. We're just going to focus the slug, get rid of him. But since we have so much HP, this basically just became a cakewalk. We didn't really have to worry about too much. We had like another slug annoying us, but we're just down to the last of the enemies. And I was like so focused in. I was like, man, maybe there's more beyond that. But hot steam definitely is demolishing them. And we're gonna go with oil can. And let's go with a little bit of rando. And I think this is probably one of my favorite maps too. One of my favorite lava maps, just because they spawn all the way over there. Only way for them to come over to us is just by running to us or by using the lift, but even using the lift is like a dead giveaway. And we're just gonna kind of use the jump pad to our advantage, jump back and forth, confuse them. And right now there isn't really too much of what they could do to us. Right there we basically just melted the enemies. And you know what, let's go with another glue shot. Basically increases our damage by 32%. I know it says 132%, but I'm pretty sure that's just our base damage is at 100. And this one might have been a mistake. If you guys look at the modifiers, we get I think that's barrel rain and double the amount of enemies, so we were just taking constant fire damage. Since we had flame aura, it instantly destroyed all the barrels around me, making all those fire orb things. And we had the enemies doing damage to me. There was a bunch of laser skulls, a bunch of laser crabs, and it was just a nightmare. But we are slowly taking care of them one by one, even though I can't really see what's going on to the enemies since there's so much orange, but still. We still have a lot of shields going on, like a lot of armor plates still left. I think we have still half the armor plates on. We're getting rid of this ant, and there should be like 1 or 2 more enemies left. I think this is the last one. Yeah, there we go. Time to... let's get health shot and play it safe. And let's get big hearts. Now it's all about getting prepped up for the boss fight. What is that, hot steam? Heck yeah, that's level 3. Big hearts, poison storm, fast shot, hot steam, level 4, perfect. Juiced, big hearts. I didn't go for juiced, interesting. Interesting. And since we still had crystals left, I figured we might as well just get something. I think we ended up getting all you can eat, even though I was pretty sure I wouldn't be able to like really use it. We got reinforced up to level 3, upgraded one of our, enhanced one of our perks, and we managed to get 3 giant ants, which was a shame. But we also did have 3, I think it was like 5, 6, or 7 for levels on FMJ. I mean, it wasn't really a big issue. And with the glue shot, it also increases our damage, and I forget if time shot works against armor or if it's just like pure damage against the armor. But either way, as you guys can see, we're basically melting the armor right off of them. We're already on HP on one of them. Or on 2, no, actually on all 3 of them. We're already down to the HP. Pretty soon they're going to start spawning in more and more ants. It's going to become a battle. Right there, they do have a bunch of them on me, but as you guys can see, we still have 5 of our armor plates still on us. And we are just about to get rid of 1 giant ant. And I got stuck. I got stuck so bad. Alright, 1 is down. We're going to hard focus the second weak one, which is right there. And it is still giving us a decent battle. It's going to go down right about here, since we got it down. It's also taking a lot of damage from the hot steam, which is really good. And there we go. Island 64 done. We're gonna open this up. We're gonna get the hearts. And I didn't really want to look at much of anything, so we just grabbed the one that we already had. Flammable enemies. We hit L just to collect all the keys. And we're just looking at all of our fire, like, perks that applied stacks. But overall, that basically has to do it for the run. We went a full fire build. We had arcane damage on top of that, along with lightning damage. It was really good. We even got a bunch of achievements, even though you guys can't really see it. But this is our first diamond weapon, the auto shotgun. Absolutely amazing. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you guys did, be sure to hit the subscribe button and leave a like, and I will see you guys all in the next one.